It has been rampant from Michael van Gerwen today. 2 whitewash wins in amongst it against Dirk van Dijk.
180.
German Heta, Mensa Suljovic doing his level best here to not be added to that list of dishonour.
100.
Well, outside of the finalists, what's been your story of the day? For me, obviously, looking at Lisa Ashton making the last 16 for the very first time, that's brilliant for her and for Ladies Darts. But aside from those, what's your highlight?
Yeah, I think the man who beat Lisa Ashton, Nick Kenny, getting into
84.
the final and subsequently his first semi-final. It has to be a big run for him, but it's actually a defeat. That's a story for me, and that was Peter Wright's, because he lost to Keegan Brown.
134.
And it ended a run that had seen Peter Wright win his board in every single Pro Tour event this year. Quite remarkable consistency, but it fell at the 16th time of asking.
85.
Peter Wright, of course, saying after the first day of the Autumn Series that he wanted to win all 5. He's got 1 from 3. Could he possibly tomorrow
89
to get 2? From tomorrow, we will talk about the Autumn Series Order of Merit to see who is in the running for a Grand Slam spot. Suljovic is in the running for a 152. No longer, as Van Gerwen
82.
To extend his lead to 3.
Very nice.
Game shot.
Very nice indeed. Very easy so far for Michael van Gerwen. Just outperforming Mensa Suljovic in every department so far in this final. Can be a tricky customer, Suljovic, but van Gerwen brushing him aside. So
100.
It's a good point that you made about the Grand Slam spot. Obviously, Suljovic with a win here would throw himself into contention. But look no further than
96.
Heta, who backed up his win yesterday with a run to the quarterfinals today, where he was whitewashed by Michael van Gerwen. But he could well be the recipient, because
80.
if you get the likes of Wright and MVG doing the damage, that's going to be a really strong position for him to replace them in that spot.
42.
Qualified.
Absolutely. Right now on £12,250. He's going to take some catching. Someone's going to have to come from the pack and do something big.
96.
Van Gerwen had a tour visit last time around. He's doing everything he can to
133.
really good thinking there from MVG.
Yeah, I like that switch on 363. Get the 2 trebles there and you line up
55.
easily up for the 170 from 230, but you'll obviously want to get more. Does get more.
140.
But it's Suljovic who's looking at the 170. So starts in. Lands a bedfellow. Wants the ball.
Game shot.
Oh, what a shot from Suljovic. What a way to avoid the prospect of being whitewashed. And it's taken a 170 finish for Suljovic to get off the mark in this match.
It's a bit like a Kevin Na putt on the PGA Tour, that one. He walked it in. Fabulous stuff from Suljovic.
100.
Get your first leg. What a way to stay alive, because from 4-0 down, is there a way back against MVG in this sort of form?
140.
It's questionable. But now he's only 2 behind as opposed to 4.
Could be the story of 2 big finishes.
44.
Suljovic, a pivotal 153 against Ian White in the semi-final. The big fish
54.
in the decider.
Who christened it the Big Fish?
It was our good friend Rod Studd.
Isn't 130 the
60.
Baby Fish? I think that was Mardles.
Yeah, I
wasn't it?
don't know how far we go down. Not sure if
94.
those will be putting themselves through this watching at home, but if you are, we wish you all the best. Thanks for the vocab.
100.
156 has been christened the Barney, hasn't it? The man who took his mantle can't complete it.
94.
Did love a 156, didn't he? That's the case. Why don't we give 160 to Mensa Suljovic? Because He hit a 160 against Barneveld at the Champions League that he won in the semi-finals when Barneveld was on
83.
a double after 9 darts and pinged it. One of the best 160s I've ever seen. Double
Game
16
shot.
for Van Gerwen right in the corner. Blocked it and then goes to the bottom half and gets it done anyway for 4-1.
Yeah, often when you see a dart going to the corner of a bed, you think, oh, it's
83.
there, but that's where he was aiming, wasn't it, Paul?
Yeah, he risked maybe hitting the 777. So accurate.
140.
And one of the practice regimes that some of these players do is to try and hit a certain portion of the double, whether it's left, middle, or right at the
58.
tops. And with double 16 in particular, it's top, middle, or bottom.
Players utilising all sorts of different
93.
innovations to sharpen up their game. Things like practice rings. Phil Taylor used to put a piece of string on the board.
It's one of my coaching things, that. Tell the
76.
put a bit of twine all the way down through the 20 and the 3. And the trick is to try and
98.
come more straight. And the point is to use the string as a line for the way your arm comes up towards your eye line. And the point is to break the string with a dart.
58.
Right, how much does he want to hit this?
Big time. Big time. Lining him up for the shot. He
130.
hits the baby fish to leave tops.
Certainly making a splash this afternoon. Michael Van Gerwen
24.
really has been excellent. Double 10.
Game shot.
And he increases his lead to 4 legs.
I've seen some comical things today as well with the 146 converted in 6 darts from Dave Chisnell and the 140 at the double by Gerwen Price. If you haven't seen those particular finishes, please go to
57.
PDC's Twitter page, @officialPDC, and check that out because it had us all in stitches where both of those elite players
78.
had to recover from somewhat comical first attempts.
We've had some real highlights over the course of 3 days. 2 more to go, of course. Don't forget to tune in
58.
from 11 o'clock if you're watching in the UK. Tomorrow and Wednesday.
133.
To see how the autumn series pans out.
And make no mistake as well, Murph, after Peter Wright nicked the Summer
93.
Series Order of Merit away from Michael Van Gerwen, he will want to return the favour. He will
60.
want the Order of Merit, just to rub it in Peter's face a little bit, because they do have a friendly rivalry going on.
We'll come to it in a moment, but I was going to ask your story of the autumn series
28.
so far. As Van Gerwen eyes up this 96.
Double 14.
Yep, correct.
Just double checking.
He's gone the Mensa route.
Game shot.
By his own petard. Double 14, Van Gerwen found a way and ate up the finish. Yeah, but I was going to ask you the story, Paul, about the autumn series, but it's very hard to get one yet, isn't it? Because we've seen
Mensa, you're through.
3 different winners, or we will have by the end of this match, 6 different finalists. Hasn't really played out in the same way as the summer series did earlier in the year.
No, not yet. But ask me that question in a couple of days, because there could be a lot of stories
59.
written.
Well, this man is more than capable of dominating for another couple of days.
The
140.
summer series he won on day 1 and day 3. Wasn't able to do back-to-back. And they want to put that right. And one of the only things he hasn't done in his career is defend the World
100.
Championship. So imagine if he's able to win it for 2021 and 2022 and
96.
slay that ghost. That would put him on 5 world titles, level with Rima van Barneveld. And we know how much he covets the double amount of what he has. So you can
45.
say he's the best Dutch player of all time.
May yet leave the 170 here. Well, he's changed his mind.
58.
Felt he blocked the treble 19 bed. Be interesting to see, should Michael van Gerwen close this out, what he says in his interview with Dan at the end.
125.
We've not really heard from him, certainly UK viewers, since the Premier League playoff disappointment, where he didn't make the playoffs for the first time
94.
since he joined the competition 8 years ago. And also how much this win means to him if he does get it done, and it looks increasingly likely that he will.
100.
Well, they say in the fitness world that sometimes you need to shock your muscles. In darts, you may need to shock your dominance. Double top.
Game shot.
And he has been shocked into this kind of day via missing the Premier League playoffs and not picking up titles on days 1 and 2. He is playing B-game darts with
96.
100 average, and it is way too hot to handle for the gentle.
There were a lot of questions about Michael van Gerwen coming into this series.
60.
Some suggesting he might even be on an irreversible decline. Questions about the darts themselves. and we have seen him
140.
pick up the old faithfuls. He's looked more comfortable, and now he's on the brink of getting that win.
60.
I'd love to have a debate with the person who said it might be irreversible.
You can find plenty of them, Paul, but stay on.
133.
Have a look at this. He's got gas in the tank. 2 days to go after this, and the likelihood is he's going to win this 8-1.
99.
Perhaps with the shot that saw him win his first Premier League.
Favourite shot? Not right now. But he knows he's going to win it.
40.
And he might just win it with 92 next time around. Has the luxury of going 61st.
58.
He might get this done in 2. He won't care if it's done in 3.
$84.
Done in either 2 or 3, but he will be back looking for double 4.
Few legs have gone by, and
85.
Suljovic has struggled to stay with MVG.
Game shot and
double
the
4
match.
to get
Michael
his
van
first title of
Gerwen.
the autumn series. In she goes into the bank, Murph.